Please support the Feral Druid army. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Meow. Hey, all you Feral Druid fans out there, it's Olfis the Feral Druid, and today I'm doing a guide on 7.1.5 Feral Druid PvP. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to go over two different talent builds that I think are great for Legion, and talk a little bit about the honor talents. These are great builds, they're great for starters, or people who are trying to progress in Arena, or just kill it in Battlegrounds. If you like this video, remember to leave a like, and if you have any questions, leave a comment below, and don't forget to join the Feral Druid army and subscribe. So let's get into the talents right now. Okay, so for the first talent tree, we have Incarnation, King of the Jungle, as our main talent of choice. Now in the other one, we're going to go over a build with Savage Roar, but this is the first one. This is one of my more favorite builds. So we have Lunar Inspiration, Wild Charge, Resto Affinity, Mighty Bash, Incarnation, Jagged Wounds, and Blood Talons. Now Blood Talons is straight up epic, guys. Okay, so what we do is we can change out Lunar Inspiration for Blood Scent if you want. Now, changing out Blood Scent instead of Lunar Inspiration, you're going to be having a lot more critical strike. Those shreds that you get from those Incarnation, you know, when you pop Incarnation and you spam shred, is just crazy. You get a ton of shreds, and Blood Scent will empower them and any other ability that you use. Feral Druids are doing great right now. We got a lot of buffs in 7.1.5, and this is the Feral patch. So with this build right here, you're going to be wanting to apply all of your bleeds, but you want to use Blood Talons to empower Rake and Rip to make sure they're 50% stronger, and that is a key. So what I do is I go from one target to the other, spreading bleeds to begin if I can, if possible. But also, if I'm single targeting somebody, it's easy to pop Incarnation, or even without Incarnation, take them down quickly with the Blood Talons. You can empower with Blood Talons Ashmane's Frenzy, which is a great ability right here. If you empower that, you know, you get the 50% damage increase, which is just epic. And the Jagged Wounds makes those bleeds even more powerful. So you get 50% increased damage, plus the 33% less time means that, you know, you're refreshing bleeds faster, but you're doing more damage over a period of time. So that's really good. So you have a very strong bleed build right here. It's great for arenas. I see a lot of people just shred with it. You know, once you get around to popping Incarnation, once you get the enemies bled down just enough, so you bleed them down, you pop Incarnation, and you just come in with that shred spam ferocious bite killing shit. Like, you just get in there, you know. You do a lot of damage with this Incarnation when it comes time. So this is just a great build. You can change out Resto Affinity for Guardian or Balance Affinity if you please. I know Guardian Affinity is pretty good. It reduces all damage taken by 6% in bear form, and you get Mangle, Iron Fur, and Frenzied Regeneration. And Frenzied Regeneration is good. Iron Fur can be great, and Mangle is just good for the damage. But it's also good for kiting as well. You know, you got your dashes, you got your Stampeding Roar. You're going to be doing a lot of kiting as a Feral Druid, but this build does it for me. Let's move on to the next build. We got our Savage Roar build right here. Okay, so this is my Savage Roar Brutal Slash Loon's Guidance build right here, and this one is just epic. So you come in with this Blood Scent that it gives you a 10% critical strike. Your Brutal Slashes are going to crit a lot. You got the Loon's Guidance to give you extra combo points. You get 8 combo points every second after you cast it. So you start out with 5 combo points, so it fills your bar up. You're able to cast that Savage Roar, and then over 8 seconds afterwards, you're going to get 8 combo points. That is up from 5. It used to be 5 seconds, and now it's 8 seconds, so that is just epic. See, I'm telling you, buffs all around. Now, with Blood Scent, you can change that out for Lunar Inspiration, given the situation that you're in, what you're doing. Blood Scent will give you the crit, so those Brutal Slashes will just come in very heavy, very strong. And, guess what? They brought the cooldown on the recharge down to 11.1 seconds, where it used to be about 15, I believe. So they gave us a buff on Brutal Slash, which is just awesome, guys. So I used to use this build all the time in Battlegrounds. I loved it. It's a big damage build, big killing blow build. You know, you get in with those 3 Brutal Slashes after you bleed up an enemy, you tear them down, especially with the Loon's Guidance and Savage Roar. Like, You always have Savage Roar up. You always have some strong bleeds. When it comes time to Brutal Slash, you can Brutal Slash. You don't even need Berserk for this. But when Berserk comes around, when the cooldown's up, or when you're able to use Berserk, you do a ton of damage, guys. So this build is great. I do recommend the Incarnation build for arenas. It's just one of my more favorite ones. It's just what I'm used to. But you'll have fun with both of these builds. So if you want to try this build out, you know, you start up with the Wounds Guidance, you get your Savage Roar on in stealth, and then you open up on the enemy with a Rake, and then you shred them up. You know, you can Lunar Inspiration them up and get the 5 combo points, put your Rip on the target, and then just keep going at it until you get them down to about 33%, maybe a little bit more. And then when you get to that point, you Brutal Slash them down. Sometimes you can use Brutal Slashes in between attacks because it is 20 energy, so it is a great filler for combo points, especially with some of the honor talents that we're going to look at. Let's check out the honor talents that we have right now, because these honor talents are what make Feral Druids amazing in 7.1.5. Let me just show you really quick right now. So if you didn't see my last video where I went over the honor talent changes in the PTR, then you're in for a surprise, because these talents are amazing. I'm going to read these off just because they're new. There's a few new ones in here. I'm not going to go too far into it, but I will tell you all of the updates, tell you what I think is amazing, and just talk about the honor talents, because this is the bread and butter right here. These honor talents are hyped. These are awesome. So we got Gladiator's Medallion, Adaption, Relentless. I go with the Gladiator's Medallion most of the time. Down here we have Hardiness, which is the same. While above 80% health, you take 20% less damage. We have Reinforced Armor, which gives you 10% increased health. Sparring, which is great against melee. Physical melee attacks have a 20% chance to be blunted, dealing 50% reduced damage. Awesome, awesome, awesome against melee. Double melee comps, you need this. It's just amazing. So Tooth and Claw is just awesome. Maximum health while in bear form increased by 15%, and damage while in bear form increased by 30%. So you're going to get some crazy mangles, and you also get Enraged Maul. Maul the target for 81,000 physical damage. That's pretty good when you're kiting or trying to survive and run away. You can also build up some rage to get to your Iron Fur, and, you know, increase your survivability game even more if you have Guardian Affinity active. We also have Protector of the Grove, which is the same. Using Regrowth on an ally always critically heals and reduces the cast time of your next regrowth by 50% for 6 seconds, which is good. Thorns is something that's brand new. They just added it. I mean, not brand new, but for the Feral Druid game in Legion, this is brand new for us. Now, this is a great ability to use. So here's what it does. It sprouts thorns for 12 seconds on the friendly target. When victim to melee attacks, Thorns deals nature damage equal to 5% of the attacker's total health. So this sits on a target for 12 seconds, and if they just spam you, they're getting 5%, 5%, 5%, 5%, and it also reduces their movement speed by 50% for 4 seconds. So this is kind of like a Karma, a reduced version of Karma, because, you know, they're getting hit whenever they hit you, but you're still taking damage. But it's just amazing against melee. You know, you're just hitting them while they hit you. You know, if you're going at it in a 1v1, this is awesome. It's great for duels, great for arena. I couldn't see, like, it's amazing. Words can't describe how amazing Thorns is. So I hope you guys have fun with that one. So this next row, we have Savage Momentum. So this is the same thing, you know, interrupting a spell with Skull Bash resets the cooldown of Tiger's Fury, which I absolutely love. I was using this all throughout Legion. Amazing. I'm an interrupt fanatic now. I Skull Bash the fuck out of everybody, guys. Excuse my language. The next one we have is your Stampeding Roar clears all roots and snares from yourself and allies. Freedom of the Herd. It's the same thing. This has been around. But the new one that we have here is Malorn's Swiftness. So this increases your travel form speed by 20% in Battleground or Arena, and you always have a 100% movement speed while in travel form. Traver? What the hell's Traver? So you always have a 100% movement speed while in travel form, which is epic. It's great for kiting, great for getting away, you know, flag running, anything. It's awesome. Malorn's Swiftness is like, it's good. But if you're focusing more on damage, the deeps, you know, and you got the kiting game on fleek, you can go with the Savage Momentum. I know that Savage Momentum's amazing. It's great for the Tiger's Fury resets. You know, you get a Tiger's Fury every 15 seconds rather than every 30 seconds for the most part, if you can find an interrupt whenever Skull Bash is off cooldown, because that's a 15-second cooldown. For the next row, we have King of the Jungle. For every enemy you have Rip active on, your damage and movement speed is increased by 4%. Stacks up to 3 times, so you get a total of 12% movement speed. I used to use this all the time. It's great for running around, bleeding up targets, especially in 3v3s or Battlegrounds, because you can get, you can get that 3 stacks easily. And, you're just moving around quick, going target to target to target to target, just hitting them up. And when comes time to kill somebody, you can get to that target very quickly and take them down. For the next ability, the next talent, we have Enraged Maim. So it now deals 109,000 damage and incapacitates the target for 6 seconds. So this turns it from a stun to an incapacitate, and it removes the bleeds on the target. So that's one of the downsides. It'll take your bleeds off the target when you maim them, but it will incapacitate them for 6 seconds, and there will be no diminishing returns if you just Skull Bash them. So if you're going up against a healer and a couple DPS and you want to kill one of the DPS, Enraged Maim would be great for locking down the healer, or if there's a DPS chasing after your healer, you can Enraged Maim the DPS that's on your healer, peel him a little bit, get the damage off your healer for a second so that he can heal up or reduce the damage that he is taking. The next talent that we have is Earthen Grasp. So Entangling Roots is no longer dispellable, reduces the target's chance to hit by 80%, and now has a 10-second cooldown. So the 10-second cooldown kind of sucks, but forget about it. It's okay. Reducing the target's chance to hit by 80% is awesome. You can throw this up on a ranged or a caster and then just kite the crap out of him. You put this on a mage, he can't frostbolt you, he has an 80% less chance to hit you with that frostbolt or whatever the hell he's trying to hit you with, Pyroblast, and you can run around a pillar, run away, heal up, and he cannot dispel this. And it's just awesome. You can lock up anybody. You can lock up a melee, you can lock up anyone with this. The downside is that 10-second cooldown, but I don't really see myself using Entangling Roots more than every 10 seconds anyway, especially with the Blood Talons build. I'm using my clear casting on heals instead. So I mean, if I hard cast to roots, or if I do use one of the clear castings on roots, then it won't be more than every 10 seconds. So this is a good ability to have. It can be definitely interchanged with King of the Jungle. King of the Jungle isn't completely necessary to have. Enraged Maim is good. So this one is really a free-for-all. This talent right here, this talent tree, Enraged Maim, there's going to be a lot of great opportunities like I discussed. Earthen Grasp, there's going to be great opportunities, especially in duels, I feel, and King of the Jungle will just wreck it in Battlegrounds and 3v3s, even 2v2s, Now this last talent tree is what I'm most excited for. We have this new ability here. I'll read it in a second. So Fresh Wound is the same. Rake has a 60% increased critical strike chance if used on a target that doesn't already have Rake active. That's cool. But Ferocious Wound, attacking with a 5 combo point, Ferocious Bite reduces the target's maximum health by 25% for 20 seconds. And Ferocious Wound can only be active on one target at once, but that's okay. You come in for the kill on one of the targets that you're on, 25% down. That's a quarter of their health right there. You're stealing a quarter from them. It's like stealing candy from a baby. So you hit them with this Ferocious Wound, it literally takes 25% of their health away from them, and you can go in for the kill. I've had times when I was dueling on the PTR where I just hit them with the Ferocious Wound and it just KB'd. It killed them. Bam, done. They're dead. And it's an amazing talent to have. I think I'm going to rock Ferocious Wound 100% of the time. Amazing. And then we got Rip and Tear, which is the same, 60 energy, instantly applies Rake and Rip to the target. I guess this could be used in duels or wherever. It is affected by Blood Talon, so you can get that 50% extra damage from this. So you only use one Blood Talon to increase your Rake and Rip. So this is a good talent to use. It does require 60 energy, but with this Ferocious Wound, I'm going to have to figure out where the both lie in their priority. But I feel like duels, Rip and Tear might be good, and Ferocious Wound just, oh man. It may even be better for duels or for, you know, Battlegrounds, arenas, and anything else. Ferocious Wound is awesome. So these are the honor talents for 7.1.5. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to do just a shorter guide this time. I hope you enjoyed the talents that I introduced. If you have any questions on the rotation, please let me know. The rotation is pretty simple. It's a lot of, you know, you just make sure your bleeds are up. You know, you're going to be using your Moonfire. Get your Moonfire on all targets. If you're trying to gain combo points but not use too much energy, target another target than your primary target and Moonfire that target. You get one combo point and you're using less energy for that Moonfire. And you're not duplicating a Moonfire on your current target. So you get a dot over there in the corner. You know, another target has a Moonfire. You're not duplicating the one on the current target. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you do have any questions, I will answer them below, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys. Olfis signing out.